Okay, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about relocating. I've been seeing a lot of footage about relocating. It's only right that I tap in. All right, update so far since I've moved. I have moved from Chicago to Tennessee. I've been out here since April 1st. It is May 29th today. So I've been out here for a little bit over 1 month. Everybody keep asking me, how do you like it? How do you like it? How do you like it? How are you adjusting? What's going on? I don't like it. I hate it out here. It's so black. It's so ghetto. Like, it's so many black people. Like, it's too many black people. It's overkill on the black people. And then when you see white people, they're black too. They're ghetto. Like, the white people are so country that they're black and ghetto. Like, we're down south. We're in the south. So it's a difference between Chicago, like the city ghetto and the southern ghetto. Like shit up north ghetto. Cause Chicago is not like, you know, but it's areas, and it's certain areas that you can go to in Chicago where you don't feel like you're nowhere near the hood, near, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bougie ass areas that you can go to, and you can totally like isolate your mind to not be in that mindset, that hood shit. Like, out here is just ghetto. The white people are even ghetto. They're country, y'all. Like, even in the good areas. Like, okay, and so another thing real quick, is Olive Branch ghetto? Memphis people, Mississippi people, is Olive Branch ghetto? Because I'm gonna tell y'all why I asked that in the next video. But basically, my overall is just, it's down south. It's not nothing I thought it would be. It ain't no southern hospitality. These people is rude down here. They don't have good work ethic. They don't know anything at the jobs. Like, not just at my job, just period. Like, they don't know anything in these establishments. You could go in a grocery store, you have a question about something, they don't know. They're clueless, and they don't try to find out. They don't take the initiatives. People don't have the apps downloaded on their phone for if you don't know something and the customer asks you, you could refer right to the app. It's a very small thing to say, oh, the South is slow. It's a slow place. No, the people are slow. Y'all make it slow. Y'all make shit harder what it got to be. I don't like it, but I'm here. It's a better environment for my children, I think. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Still figuring it out. But this is not gonna be my settling spot for sure. I don't like Tennessee. Respectfully, don't get me wrong. You can run it up here. Like, it ain't nothing to do. It's slow. Like, I go to work every day, and it's okay. Like, I don't have a problem with it. It's nothing to do. So I can run it up. This is a place where you could get rich. Like, low key as fuck. Like, low key, you can get rich. But yeah, it's slower pace for the kids. Like, I grew up in a fast city. My kids grow up here, but I have to teach them a lot of stuff at home, because the way the adults act, I don't know if they're...
And here I was thinking Chicago was bad. I know Chicago bad. I've been up there. They had a bulletproof turntable thing to get the chicken at churches. Usually they have that at like banks or something. They had that at Church's Chicken. That was in Chicago. I said, where am I? Get me out of here immediately. I feel like I was going to get shot. I don't know what was going on. Memphis is even worse. Memphis is crazy. They say if you got to get gas, don't get it in Memphis. They say push your car. And Tennesseans, y'all being mean to this lady in the comments. Y'all don't want people moving here. Look at this.
My least favorite thing about moving to Nashville is something that I was not expecting, and that is the Nashville natives coming at you in the comment section. I have posted a few videos being like, oh, I used to live in Indianapolis, I used to live in Chicago, and I'm moving to Nashville. And I would say 8 out of 10 times I get a comment being like, we don't want you here, we're full. I got married in Nashville, and at the time I was living in Indianapolis, and I had so many comments all the time being like, this is not your destination wedding, like, go somewhere else. But here's the thing. I'm from here. I was born and raised in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Like, I am, I guess, like a Nashville native. But what I want to know is, like, when did we get so rude? Like, when did we get so big for our britches? And I understand, like, this is not the Nashville that I grew up in. I totally get it. Like, I literally have to use a GPS around a lot of areas, because, like, roads that did not exist when I grew up, like, were not even roads. But, like, it's a big deal for our city to, like, get the recognition that it is, and, like, people want to come visit, and, like, they want to come visit because of the place that we created. And, like, when did we become rude? Like, when did we become mean? Like, that is not a nice thing to comment on anyone's videos. And, like, yes, I'm from here, so, like, I get, like, I roll my eyes when I see it, because I'm like, what do you mean you don't want me here? I was born here. I'm not allowed to be, like, from the place I'm from. But, like, let's say it wasn't. Let's say I was from, like, wherever I'm from. Like, when did we become rude? When did we become mean? That's, like, not the Nashville that I know and love.
Y'all need to stop bullying that lady, man. Stop bullying that girl. Why is y'all doing that? Huh? I get y'all love y'all state, but you ain't gotta do that, man. Y'all, I don't think Texas is that bad. I don't know. I haven't been in the comments. I know people that we'll talk a little trash, but we're not gonna get in your comments. I don't think. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I just don't see it. But let's get into the next clip. She's gonna let you know why she regrets moving, bro. Let's get into it. It's a good story time.
I do not talk about this often, but I want to address it because I have several people asking questions about our move from Washington to Tennessee. And although it's not my normal content that I share on this page, I think it's something that is impacting a lot of people. So we moved all the way from Washington to Tennessee. We are going into our 3rd year. And honestly, people ask why we moved, and there's so many reasons, but really the reality is we prayed and we asked the Lord to show us where he wanted us to go because we did not align in Washington state anymore, and he opened the doors here. If it were for us and our selfish, personal desires, we would have moved to Montana. And in fact, we tried because we felt like that state really aligned with our political views and just the type of life that we wanted to create for our kids, to be really honest. But the doors opened in Tennessee, and so we moved here. We live in East Tennessee, in what people here say is kind of like a more rural area, but to me, it's not really that rural. We have 4 or 5 grocery stores in our town, and we're an hour from 2 major cities. I love it here, but not everybody does. Most transplants that I have met are really shocked as to how broke they are when they move to Tennessee, because they expect, move to Tennessee, it's gonna be so much cheaper. They spend all this money, like we spent, I think, over $20,000 just to move to Tennessee. And then you're here and things aren't as cheap as you think. Okay, but I think gas is was $2.60 a gallon yesterday, and my father-in-law, who's here from California, said that he's paid almost $6. So, but the thing is, if you're going to be getting a job in Tennessee, the pay is just so much less as well. The other thing is the culture is much different. People are much different here, and if you are not willing to assimilate and be a part of that culture shift, you're not gonna like it. I love it because number 1, I know God moved us here. I know he wanted us here. I love it. Number 2, because we have a great church, a great community, people who love us, people who love our kids. And number 3, I love our house. I love our property. We live on a small farm on 5 acres, and we have privacy. We have neighbors that are amazing. We've got guinea that you can hear in the background. We've got chickens, and it's the life that we wanted for our kids. And more than that, really, for us. I just want to warn people that it's going to be different. It's going to be more different than you think. So if you believe all of your happiness is going to you're just going to be happy just because you moved to Tennessee, that's a lie. If you're going to believe that all of the world's problems are going to be gone and, all the things you're trying to run away from are going to be gone, just because you moved to Tennessee, that's also not true, and that's a lie. I had someone talk to me about the poverty in Seattle, and that there are a lot of people who, I forget what they call it, but just going into an abandoned house, and then they get the house and they just live there and don't pay anything, squatters. And I'm like, don't move to Tennessee because you're trying to get rid of squatters. There's squatters all over in Tennessee too. Those problems are all over the world, you guys. And the problems that we see in schools, they are here too. It's just different. So my bottom line is, if you are a believer, ask and pray. Where does God want you to be? Because at the end of the day, that's what matters more than living in a different political state or a different area, in my opinion. So I love it. I'm a super fan of Tennessee. Will we live here forever? I don't know, because I'm just going to live here until the Lord tells us to move somewhere else or whatever. But would I love to live here the rest of my life? Yes.
Get ready with me while I talk about why I will never be returning to Memphis, Tennessee after living there for 2.5 months. Just fair warning, I will be talking about gun violence. If this is something that really gets you riled up, I please ask you to scroll, because while this is a very important topic, I don't think it's a discussion that needs to be had in a TikTok comment section. This also isn't against any Memphians. Memphis is such a beautiful place with so much culture and depth and history. This is just me sharing my personal experience of why I will never go back. The reason we moved to Memphis in the first place was for my husband's job. And when I heard that we were moving there, I was a little bit scared because Memphis is consistently ranking in the top 10 most dangerous cities in America. But as the time got closer to move there, I convinced myself that as long as you are not getting caught up in anything sketchy and you are just minding your business, everything will be okay. And for the most part, I would say that was a good philosophy to have, and that checks out about 90% of the time. I would say that living there wasn't all bad. We didn't live directly in Memphis. We were about 15 minutes east in a pretty nice area, and I did have good times, but the events of the last couple weeks have really made me look at things in an entirely different light and notice that I was sweeping a lot of things under the rug as normal that are definitely not normal. What ultimately prompted this change of perspective was one of my good friends was shot. And he wasn't involved in anything sketchy. He had not even talked to the person, and he was shot in the chest and in the back of the head. The story is truly insane, and I won't go into too many details, but basically the person that shot him thought that they had a hit out for them. And it really could have been anybody. Could have been an Amazon driver, could have been a UPS driver, could have been the neighbor coming over and knocking on the front door. What really made me reevaluate ever living in Memphis again was when I tried to look up any information about the case or see what the media was posting about it. It was almost impossible to find any information simply because of how much gun violence happens in the Memphis area. When I think about it, I do think that I was in survival mode, trying to make everything seem normal just so I didn't panic myself, because honestly, I was just trying to get through our time living there. But we lived in a very high income part of Memphis, one of the nicer areas, and our local Kroger had been the site of a shooting, and a doctor was killed in his clinic about a mile from our apartment complex. Against all odds, my friend that got shot is okay and didn't even have to have surgery. They left the bullets in him, and he's making a full recovery. I know that this isn't everybody's experience in Memphis, and honestly, it wasn't most of my experience in Memphis. I did have a good time there, but no matter how good the barbecue is, it's just not worth risking the people I love's lives. I wish anyone in Memphis the most peace and the most love, but respectfully, I will not be returning. On a slightly dystopian note, here's the completed look.
Hey man, this next guy, man, he's letting you guys know this is another reason why you don't want to move to Memphis. They can't drive. Apparently they getting their licenses from somewhere that I'm gonna let him tell you where he thinks they're getting them from. I'm not gonna hold you up. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Hey, y'all wanna know something? Y'all wanna know something? Come here. I'm pretty sure that 100% of the people in my city got their driver's license out of a fucking cereal box! A cereal box! I went to the local gas station around the corner from my house to get something to drink. Tell me why I almost got side swiped twice. And a motherfucker flicked me off. Mind you, this is just around the corner. 3 small inconveniences, and I haven't even left my house for 5 minutes. I'm thoroughly convinced that half the people in this fucking city were grown in a petri dish. I want to move!
Good old Frosted Flakes licenses. Good old Lucky Charms licenses. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, now these next couple clips is people hating on people moving to their state. That's in every state. They got that in Texas, California, Florida. Because a lot of states is full, man. People come from up north thinking they finna come down south, get that good old life, good old cheap living, and it ain't that. Let's look at some of these people saying, y'all need to get out. Let's get into it. Basically having the saxophones playing. Look at all this traffic. Like, oh my God. They look like Dallas. I ain't gonna lie. All the major cities is kind of the same, bro. They all full.
If you were on the fence of moving to Nashville, Tennessee, take this as your sign to not do it. Not do it. Don't do it. And I'm here to tell you to save yourself. Go somewhere where you can actually jaunt out of your front door and go get a martini like Carrie frickin' Bradshaw. You can't do that here. Influencers are moving here, and I think you have it in your head like, Nashville, it's like such a fun city. It's not a fun city. It is where you come for one street only, and that is Broadway. And nowadays, you go there if you want to be shivved or stolen. I don't know if I can say that on here. Bugs. Do I need to get into this? I could talk about this for days. Cicadas. They happen every year. I didn't know that. Oh, they're just a beetle. These bitches assault you. Are you kidding me? I was in a high-class store last summer, and the clerk was like, don't move. You brought a friend in with you. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, where the fuck is it? And she's like, just don't move. Just don't move. I've got it. Freaking on my head, on my back. Are you kidding me? Brown recluse. Do I? Oh, just a casual spider that could literally cause you to lose a limb. Yeah, you want to wear your little Daisy Dukes and frolic in the hay? You're going to get bitten by a recluse. I moved in with my husband, who was then a boyfriend. He had all these spider traps everywhere from the exterminator. And I was like, this is disgusting. Who wants to stare at the carcasses of these brown recluse? So I threw them all away as I was deep cleaning. And when the exterminator comes, he's like, where are all the spider traps? And I'm like, you keep those out? Like, this is a nice house. Like, what? Who wants spider traps? And he's like, this is Tennessee. Welcome to Tennessee. The spiders, when they get poisoned, they need a place to go. And I'm like, shh, STFU, with all due respect. So every time I would walk to get my morning coffee, I have to pass by the twitching recluse, just dying. They were on their way to my bed, and now they're dead in the hallway. I'm a clean person. I mopped the floors yesterday. I walk in from errands today. There's a 3-inch slug on my kitchen floor. Riddle me that. Summers. Hotter than your boyfriend's ball sack. I'm talking seasonal depression, but the other way around. You just don't go outside. It is that hot. And the locals are going to be like, oh my God, just like get over that. Okay, yeah, you want to meet your girlfriends for brunch and sit outside as if you enjoy sliding off of any object you sit on, cool. If you want to cool off, good luck. Good luck. The lakes, are you kidding me? I've talked about this before. Brown, warm, and did we talk about spiders? There's another kind. And they walk on water. I'm so stressed right now. At the end of this all, to summarize it, just save yourself. Go somewhere else. Send me pictures. Go create content there so that I can consume it here and use that as medication for my deep, deep depression. Have a good day.
Thinking about moving to Tennessee? Don't. We're full. We ain't got no more room. We ain't got no patience to train people how to drive and how to talk so that you can communicate. We ain't as friendly as we seem. Just because we talk a little slow don't mean we friendly. But if you do insist upon coming, it's hard to find a place to live here. So I saw a 2-bedroom single wide come up for rent the other day. I'm gonna tell you about it, and if you're interested, you can hit me up. It's out Possum Holler Boulevard, just a piece out through there. You want to hang you a left after you pass the baby blue Ford Tempo. It's up on blocks. You're gonna hang a left onto Cracker Neck Hill, and just ease down through there. Don't be going fast because there's inbred children that play, so they don't like you speeding through there. But just ease on down Cracker Neck, and when you get to the last single wide on the right, it's the one with the tires on the roof. That's the one. She's $2,800 a month, $2,800 deposit. There is power out there. You got to pay for it though. They don't got no interwebs out that far. It's an hour and 15 minutes from town, so no interweb. They got spider webs, but they ain't got no interwebs. So you're gonna have to learn how to live like we live here in Tennessee. If you want to live here, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
I love his accent, man. I love that good old country accent. Tennessee, how you doing? How y'all guys doing? I love that good old accent. Okay, mine probably sounds pathetic, okay, because I ain't that southern. I'm in Texas, but we don't talk. We got a little slang. We don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? When I say I don't say I don't. I say I own. A lot of people don't know what I own is. You context clues. If I just say I own, you be like, what are you talking about? I don't do all that. That's how I say it. That's a little bit because I'm black too, but at the same time, I speak straight slang. I don't care. I don't even when and also I text how I say it. So if I'm saying ion, which I don't, I put ION like ion. I don't even. It's just quick. That's just how I do it. And then when I talk to Siri, I have to speak like this. I don't do that, Siri, or whatever I'm trying to say. Whatever I'm trying to say, I'm going to speak very slow, very proper, because Siri will have me sounding like a caveman. Even I sound like a caveman anyway when I speak in real life, but don't have me texting like that, okay? If y'all know anybody who's going through any of this regrets moving to Tennessee, Memphis is even crazier. Memphis or just any Clarksville, Tennessee is not Clarksville. I think I probably just made that up. I don't know. Did I make that up? I don't know. If y'all know anybody who's going to Tennessee, okay, and they're regretting it, let me know. The only thing I use Tennessee is for if I see my wife, I'm like, you're the only 10 I see. Okay. Also, if y'all want to see more craziness when people move, look at this one. They're moving to Florida. Click this right here. Oh, it's been Josh from Talk to Him, boy. And I just talk to you, boy. I'm out.